This is more post-pandemic driven. A lot of businesses that were around pre-COVID and made it through COVID, I'm assessing management's awareness of capital. If they did, what lessons did they learn through the pandemic? How did they take those lessons and apply them to their operations? Because I think the pandemic in some ways is a test, right? And you could see, all right, if you had excess capital, what did you do with it, right? That's been my biggest question to business owners. Did you invest it? Did you spend it? And how'd you use it? And you know, keeping on that same track and that same line of questioning, you can see how it would lead to getting some really good dialogue today, right? When we start talking about interest rates and the cost of capital. So, obviously the cost of capital is going to go up. That's going on. You want to understand the company's balance sheet, but I want to understand what they did, right? And I have a good historical record and I can look at their financial statements, but then I can also talk to management and I can get a really good sense of feeling of what they learned from that. To me, and I've always said this about a really good professional, whether that's somebody like us, a CEO, whoever, a really good professional is just as much aware of what they know as what they don't know. And so when I talk to what I consider very well run management businesses, forget the financials. What kind of management do you have in place at that organization? It's interesting to hear how certain businesses said, we relied so much on monthly team meetings, and now we've recognized our meetings were inefficient and unproductive. We thought we were communicating, but now we recognize that we can't. We can do it much more efficiently. So when I look at those types of businesses, I see an upside versus, businesses that the response was, well, we did our best to kind of hang on. They didn't really make any changes. There was no learning from that. Well, now you're going to go through, potentially another back. Look, businesses is peaks and valleys. I've been running my own firm in addition to valuing them, right? It's all about peaks and valleys. How do you learn from the valleys as much as you learn from the peaks and then react and put those into it? So mature management right now, and mature has nothing to do with age. To me, it's all about awareness.